Wishing you all our 75th Independence Day. I wish all a very happy, prosperous, contented, peaceful life in this independent India. Today I am launching this Vishwashanthi Times e-newspaper. This I am presenting through a video. This is an audio visual presentation which I am giving here. This contains about 10 pages. Each page is of A4 size and it contains important message in each page. Here, in the first page, we are covering this week's important news around the world. So, Johnson & Johnson single-dose COVID-19 vaccine gets nod for emergency use. Covishield and Covaxin mix elicits better immune response, says ICMR. Soon, Chennai airport to get open-air market landscaping. Multi-level car park by end of the year will clear space for makeover in front of terminals. Neeraj Chopra backs gold in javelin in Olympics. SEBI amends independent directors rules whereby appointment, reappointment, removal of independent directors of listed companies will be done through a special resolution of shareholders. Lok Sabha passes bill to let's start make their own OBC limits lists. States make their own OBC lists. States can't withdraw criminal cases against legislatures, sans High Court, not Supreme Court. Negative RT-PCR must for students of government medical colleges. Professor R. Velraj is Vice Chancellor of Anna University. Visible signs of economic revival, Finance Ministry. Rebound has begun second half of May. Exam fully vaccinated from RT-PCR tests, Center urges states. PM Narendra Modi ji will be, while launching the National Vehicle Scrapping Policy, told that private vehicles of more than 20-year vintage and commercial ones older than 25 years will be scrapped if they do not pass a fitness test in maximum 2 attempts, except in Delhi NCR. Taliban captures Kandahar and 6 capitals, now controls 18 of 34 regional capitals in Afghanistan. India is 4th largest installed renewable energy capacity of 1 lakh megawatts, 5th world's largest solar installed capacity of 45,200 megawatt, 4th world's largest wind installed capacity with 36,600 megawatt. Tamil Nadu budget promises of proposals. A land bank of 45,000 acres will be created by 2026. International furniture park to be set up worth 1,000 crores on 1,100 acres of land in Tuticorin. 4 new tidal parks in Tuticorin, Velur, Tirupur and Tiruchitrambalam, Viluppuram district. 9 new SIPCAT parks will be set up in Tirunnamalai, Dharmapuri, Tirunelveli, Virudunagar, Sivagangai, Viluppuram, Namakkal, Theni and Nagapattinam district. TANSITCO will also establish land banks at 5 places in over 265 acres. Grant of 215.6 crores allotted towards the unorganized sector workers welfare boards. A 60 MLD desalination plant at Tuticorin for industrial units and 10 MLD treated water plant for industries at Hosur. Tamil Nadu government plans to add 8,900 kilometers of highway roads in 10 years. Tamil Nadu government promises to mini sports stadia at cost of 3 crores each in all assembly constituencies that currently don't have sports facilities. Tamil Nadu has extended the period of maternity leave for women government employees to 1 year from 9 months. Tamil Nadu government has proposed 10 new government arts and science colleges for this year, 2021. Registration Act to be amended. In a major relief for victims of fraudulent property registrations, Tamil Nadu government has decided to empower the Inspector General of Registration to cancel such fake registrations. Tamil Nadu government announced 50% syllabus for state board students will be made optional for 2021. Global temperature likely to rise 1.5 degree centigrade in 20 years. This will increase frequency and severity of hot extremes in India. Incidents of forest fire may go up. Criminal cases against MLAs and MP record 17% jump in 2 years. Indian investors will soon be able to buy and sell shares of Google, Amazon, Microsoft and other US listed companies through NSE Gift City arm in IFSC. The second page covers Prime Minister Modi's various welfare schemes for the benefit of MSME entrepreneurs. Prime Minister Modi's Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. This scheme was launched on 8th April 2015. Under this scheme, a loan of up to 50,000 is given under sub-scheme Sishu between 50,000 to 5 lakh under sub-scheme Kishore and between 5 lakh to 10 lakhs under sub-scheme Tarun. Loans taken do not require collaterals. These measures are aimed at increasing the confidence of young, educated or skilled workers who would now be able to aspire to become first-generation entrepreneurs. Existing small business too will be able to expand their activities. As on 31st March 2019, 3,21,722 crores sanctioned, 1,42,345 crores issue, 1,04,386 Kishore and 74,995 Tarun category in 5.99 crores accounts. Stand Up India Scheme. Government of India launched the Stand Up India Scheme on 5th April 2016. The scheme facilitates bank loans between 10 lakhs to 1 crore to at least one scheduled cash, scheduled trade borrower and at least one woman borrower per bank branch for setting up greenfield enterprises. This enterprise may be in manufacturing, service or trading sector. The scheme, which is being implemented through all scheduled commercial banks, is to benefit at least 2.5 lakh borrowers. The scheme is operational and the loan is being extended through scheduled commercial banks across the country. Stand Up India scheme caters to promoting entrepreneurship among women, SC/ST category, that is, those sections of the population facing significant hurdles due to lack of advice, mentorship, as well as inadequate and delayed credit. The scheme intends to leverage the institutional credit structure to reach out to these undeserved sectors of the population in starting greenfield enterprises. It caters to both ready and training borrowers. To extend collateral-free coverage, Government of India has set up the Credit Guarantee Fund for Stand Up India (CGFSI). Apart from providing credit facilities, Stand Up India scheme also envisages extending hand-holding support to the potential borrowers. It provides for convergence with central state government schemes. Application under the scheme can also be made online on the dedicated Stand Up India portal www.standupmitra.in. As on 31st March 2019, 16,085 crores has been sanctioned in 72,983 accounts, 59,429 for women, 3,103 for ST and 10,451 SC. Sent Business Gold Loan. Eligibility: existing as well as new customer and individuals 18 years to 60 years, proprietorship and partnership, engaged in business activities. Purpose: for business needs only. Quantum of finance: minimum 10,000, maximum 20 lakhs. Margin 20%, rate of interest 10,000 and up to 10 lakhs. MCLR plus 0.5%, above 10 lakhs up to 20 lakhs, MCLR at plus 1%. Terms of repayment in case of term loan 12 to 36 months, repayment in case of overdraft or cash credit on demand and renewable on yearly basis. Security: primary security, pledge of gold coins, specially minted and sold by banks, gold ornaments and jewelry of 22 as well as 24 carats purity. The gold ornament should be hallmarked. Processing charges nil up to 5 lakhs loan 5 lakhs to 20 lakhs, 250 per lakh or part thereof. Minimum mortgage schemes follows in next edition. Information related to government skill development training for youth. Prime Minister Modi's 5 skill development scheme to make India youth job ready. Government initiatives such as Skill India and National Skill Development Mission are empowering India's youth with skill sets that make them more employable and productive in their work environment. Here are 5 such schemes. Government initiatives such as Skill India and National Skill Development Mission under the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship (MSDE) are going some way in empowering India's youth with skill sets that make them more employable and productive in their work environment. Government's major skill development schemes: Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, the flagship scheme of the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana enables a larger number of Indian youth to take up industry-relevant skill training that can help them secure a better livelihood. It is implemented through the National Skill Development Corporation. Individuals with prior learning experience or skills will also be assessed and certified under recognition of prior learning. Under this scheme, training and assessment fees are completely paid by the government. Skill development centers across the country provide youth with short-term training, special projects, Kaushal and Rozgar Mela, placement guidelines and monitoring guidelines. It was recently approved for another 4 years, 2016 to 2020, and aims to benefit 10 million youth. Skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood. The skill acquisition and knowledge awareness for livelihood is designed to operationalize the submissions under the national mission. It is a centrally sponsored scheme with a 6-year implementation schedule. At present, the first rank has been approved for implementation. The scheme aims to create convergence among all skill training centers activities, improve quality of skill development programs through building a pool of quality trainers and assessors, model curriculum and content, establish robust monitoring and evaluation system for skill training programs and more. Entrepreneurship Development Program. Under PMEGP Entrepreneurship Development Program, EDP, is a scheme provided by Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Beneficiaries and focuses directly on developing skills needed for entrepreneurship. It does this through rural development and self-employment training institutes and Khadi and Village Industries Commission, KVIB training centers as well as other national level entrepreneurship development institutes. This scheme aims to provide orientation and awareness pertaining to various managerial and operational functions like finance, production, marketing, enterprise management, banking formalities, bookkeeping, etc. It also includes interaction with successful rural entrepreneurs and banks as well as orientation through field visits. 10 days EDP training is mandatory for all types of projects. Skill strengthening for industrial value enhancement, STRIVE. This scheme is a World Bank assisted Government of India project which seeks to provide the relevance and efficiency of skills training provided through industrial training institutes, ITA, and apprenticeship. It is a central sector scheme with a budget outlay of 2,200 crores and targets improved performance of ITAs, increased capacities of state governments to support ITAs and apprenticeship training, improved teaching and learning, and improved broadened apprentice training. Then fifth is Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Gramin Kaushalya Yojana, started by the Ministry of Rural Development. This scheme is a part of National Rural Livelihood Mission, tasked with the dual objective of adding diversity to the incomes of rural poor families and cater to the career aspirations of rural youth. DDU GKY focuses on rural youth who are between the ages of 15 and 35 and are from poor families. Part of the Skilled India campaign, the scheme involves partner organizations who form a part of skilling ecosystem integrity by DDU JKY. Partners are supported through investment, capacity building, strategies for retention, linkages to international placement and technology support for training purpose. Since 2012, DDU JKY has committed an investment of more than 5,600 crores to upskill India's rural youth. Many more such programs of the schemes of Prime Minister Modi ji will follow. Now we go to the next session on the spiritual aspect. Message of peace told in various religious scriptures of the world. This I am presenting every day in the morning and evening. First is about Hinduism. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That enlightened one is who is unpaired of alike in pleasure and pain, gain and loss, success and failure, victory and defeat, is free from all mental attachments, and he indeed is worthy of immortality. Aitreya Upanishad. That which is known as the heart, the mind, that is consciousness, perception, discrimination, intelligence, wisdom, insight, steadfast, thought, acuteness, impulse, memory, violation, decision, life, desire, control. All these are indeed the names of intelligence, Prajnana. So this is about Hinduism. We will see next from the Holy Quran. These important messages of peace told in these various religious scriptures. The men of understanding say, O Lord, let not our heart deviate from the truth after you have guided us, and grant us mercy from you. Truly, you are the bestower, our Lord. Verily, it is you who will gather mankind together on the day about which there is no doubt. Verily, Allah never breaks his promise. Those who spend their wealth in the cause of Allah without boasting, they will have the reward with their Lord. They have nothing to fear, nor will they grieve. Kind words and forgiveness are better than charity between followed by insult. Allah, God is rich, free of all needs, and He is most forbearing. Then comes Jainism about self-restraint. Just as a tortoise draws its limbs into its own shell, a wise man should withdraw his senses from evil by spiritual exertion. When a wrong deed is committed consciously or otherwise, the aspirant should immediately desist from that and never repeat it. Just as a horse can be controlled by a bridle, the sensual pleasures and passions can be overcome by knowledge, meditation, and power of penance. The sense organs, well controlled by the reins of scriptural knowledge, are beneficial in realizing the self. Zoroastrianism. Zarathustra asks for grace. First, I pray to Ahura Mazda in humility with outstretched. Ahura Mazda is the Lord God, with outstretched hands for a grace of God's Holy Spirit, action to all righteous, and the wisdom of love, whereby I may comfort the soul of the world. O God, my Lord, I who aspire to reach you through love, let me be given in both worlds boldly and spiritually, bodily and spiritually, the blessings of righteousness, whereby you bring the faithful into light. Christianity, the Holy Bible, Matthews, from Matthews. True happiness. Jesus Christ said, happy are those who are humble. They will receive what God has promised. Happy are those whose greatest desire is to do what God requires. God will satisfy them fully. Happy are those who are merciful to others. God will be merciful to them. Happy are the pure in heart. They will see God. Happy are those who work for peace. God will call them His children. Happy are those who are persecuted because they do what God requires. The kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Buddhism, about desire. If desire, which lies at the root of all human passion, can be removed, then passion will die out and all human sufferings will be ended. This is the truth of the cessation of suffering. In order to enter into a state where there is no desire and no suffering, one must follow a certain path. The stages of this noble eightfold path are right view, right thought, right speech, right behavior, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. This is called the truth of noble path to the cessation of the cause of suffering. Sikhism, from Holy Guru Granth Sahib. I have sold my body and mind to the Guru. The true Guru has united me in union, O Nanak, with that God. You are the cherisher of all beings. You keep the account of our breaths and morsels of food. You abide within the Gurmukh. O my soul, chant the name of Lord. The mind will be pleased and appeased. The raging fire within is extinguished. The Gurmukh obtains spiritual wisdom. Know the state of your inner being. Meet with the Guru and get rid of your skepticism. Sufism. Rumi describes the heart. The light of the heart, which is reason, illumines the light of the eye, that is, the sense of the sight, and thereby enables it to discern the real quality of the objects which it perceives. Hence it may be said that the light of the eye is produced by the light of the hearts. Both these lights have their source in the transcendent light of God. Conclusion. This shows that all religious scriptures show us the path for human peace and not human destruction. Hence, let the entire humanity shed our differences on account of religion, caste, creed, race, community, and lead a harmonious relationship with fellow human beings that brings peace to humanity and thus peace in the world. That is the objective of this page. Next comes the moral story to lead a legal, moral, ethical way of life. Moral story to imbibe spiritual, legal, moral, ethical values to lead a successful, peaceful life. Story of two birds from Mundaka Upanishad. Once there were two birds lived in a tree. One lives in lower branches while the other at the very top of the tree. The lower bird keeps busy all day long, hopping from branch to branch, pecking and eating the fruits of the tree with relish. In trying to find the sweet fruits, it tastes many sour ones. The higher bird has no interest in eating any of these fruits of the tree. It sits silently just watching the lower bird. Once the lower bird tastes a very bitter fruit, it shirks away and stops eating. It looks up and sees the peaceful and luminous higher bird. The lower bird is attracted by it and it begins to hop up the branches to reach the higher bird. Just then it notices a nice looking fruit and stops to peck at it. It finds it surprisingly sweet and tasty. Whenever it tastes an unsavory fruit, it stops and looks upwards at the higher bird, admiring its stillness and peace. It starts to hop up forward it only to be tempted by yet another luscious sweet fruit. As days passed on, one day the lower bird ate a bitter, unsavory fruit. Totally put off by the taste and tired of chasing after sweet fruits, it becomes determined to reach the higher bird. It rises up the tree towards the higher bird, avoiding the tempting sweet fruits along the way. Soon the lower bird begins to take on the qualities of the brilliant higher bird, and it finally merges to become the higher bird. There it realizes that it was never separate from the higher bird, as there really was no lower bird. It was all an illusion, like a dream that fades away upon waking up. The lower bird was essentially the radiant and serene higher bird all along. The symbolic spiritual meaning of the story. In this story, the lower bird refers to our ego, the individual you and I, and the higher bird refers to a higher self. As in the case of two birds, the ego and the false I and the self, the real I, have the eternal friendship. They live together in the tree, which represents this physical body. The fruits of the tree represent the fruits of our karma, the results of our own good and bad actions, past actions. Our good past actions reap good karma and bring us happiness like sweet fruits. Our past actions reap bad karma, which brings us suffering in life, the sour fruits. The self lives in the same body, but it doesn't enjoy or suffer because it has no interest in gaining any worldly joys. It is merely a witness abiding in its full peaceful nature. The spiritual search begins. Every now and then, when we experience some difficulties in life, we start to question our worldly pursuits and search for deeper happiness through spirituality. But the lure of this external Maya world is very strong, and we stray from our spiritual path. But when we pursue spirituality with genuine sincerity, with determination and devotion, our egocentric desires crumble, and we gain a greater inner spice and serenity as the beauty of the self starts to shine through. Finally, when we come to know the ego never really existed and the self was always the only reality, we realize our oneness with it. The moral story on having a best friend. Two friends were walking through a desert. At one stage in the journey, they had an argument, and one friend slapped the other one in the face. The one who got slapped was hurt, but without saying anything, he wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found an oasis where they decided to have a wash. The one who had been slapped got stuck in a mire and started drowning, but his friend saved him. After he had recovered from his shock, he wrote on the stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who slapped and saved his best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand, and now you are writing in the stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When someone hurts us, we should write it down in sand, where winds of forgiveness will erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must engrave it in stone, where no wind can erase it." Moral of the story: don't value the things you have in your life. Value those who you have in your life. The next comes the remedies. How remedies for various body issues in Siddha medicine. How remedies for hair growth and grey hair in Siddha medicine. Home remedies. Take few hibiscus leaves, grind the leaves and make it as paste. Apply the paste on the scalp and massage it. Massage it well. Leave it for 30 minutes. Wash it off with cold water and mild shampoo. It prevents hair loss and helps to reduce premature grey hair. Take warm sesame oil and gently massage it in your scalp. Leave this for overnight. The sesame oil nourishes the scalp, controls the hair dryness and promotes hair growth. Heat coconut oil with amla powder. Apply this oil all over the scalp till the roots of the hair and massage it well. It reduces hair fall and strengthens the hair roots. Amla is rich in vitamin C and acts as a natural hair tonic, which also controls premature grey hair. Take a white of one egg and mix in a teaspoon of olive oil. Apply this paste all over your hair. Rinse it off with cool water after 30 minutes. It hydrates your hair and prevents hair dryness, makes the hair roots stronger and thickens your hair. Apply aloe vera gel in the scalp and leave it for 30 to 40 minutes. Wash with cold water. It reduces hair fall from infected area and dry scalp. Take few amounts of leaves of the Eclipta caricali, hibiscus, neem, fenugreek seeds and amla powder and form it as a paste. Mix the paste with coconut oil and heat this mixture well. Apply this oil on the scalp every day for better hair growth. Use warm oil to massage your scalp. It reduces your body heat and keeps your scalp and body cool. It increases the blood circulation in your scalp and promotes their hair growth. Boil some curry leaves with coconut oil and apply it on scalp. Massage it well for 10 to 15 to 20 minutes and reduce hair fall. Home remedies for dandruff and lice. Massaging scalp with warm oil, olive oil helps to control the male pattern baldness and dandruff. It helps the hair to become silky and shine. Take neem leaves as paste, apply it on the scalp and leave it for 30 to 40 minutes. Do this for twice a week to completely cure dandruff and promotes hair growth. It also controls lice. Soak a little amount of fenugreek seeds in water and leave it overnight. Grind the seeds and form it as a paste. Apply the paste on your hair and massaging and washing it in a cold water reduces the dandruff and helps hair growth. Grind neem leaves and vasambu, acorus, to form paste. Apply the paste on scalp and leave it for an hour and wash it with lukewarm water to control lice. Home remedies for baldness. Rubbing of onion or garlic into scalp helps to improves regrowth in bald area. It also gives natural hair color. Cut the henna leaves and mix it with salt and vinegar and form it as a paste. Applying the paste on the bald area and leave it for 30 minutes. Wash the area with cold water. Add some camphor in the coconut oil and heat this mixture well and store in a container. Apply this oil daily on the bald area. Improve hair growth. General tips. Add proper vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B and C, iron, zinc in your diet. It promotes your hair growth. Hair fall due to excessive stress can be avoided by doing meditation, yoga and simple exercise. Drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. A special care is also always required for hair to keep it clean. Always use green gram powder, herbal, mild shampoos and rinse thoroughly. Avoid sharing towels and combs with others. Now, information relating to symptoms and causes for various chronic diseases. Never ignore these 11 symptoms for heart attack. If something went wrong with your heart, would you know it? Not all heart problems come with clear warning signs. There is not always an alarming chest clutch followed by a fall to the floor like you see in movies. Some heart symptoms don't even happen in our chest, and it's not always easy to tell what's going on. That's especially true if you are 60 or older or overweight, or have diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. The more risk factors you have, the more you should be concerned about anything that might be heart related. Especially watch out these 11 symptoms of heart attack. Chest discomfort is the most common sign of heart danger. If you have a blocked artery or having a heart attack, you may feel pain, tightness or pressure in your chest. If the symptoms are more severe and last longer than a few minutes, it is a symptom of heart attack. It may happen when you are at rest or when you are doing something physical. Nausea, indigestion, heartburn and stomach pain. Some people have these symptoms during a heart attack. They may even vomit. Women are more likely to report this type of symptom than men are, though it may also be due to stomach upset. But if you feel this way along with other symptoms of heart problems, check with a doctor. Pains that spreads to the arm. Another classic heart attack symptom is pain that radiates down the left side of the body. It almost always starts from the chest and move upward, but some patients who have mainly arm pain that turned out to be heart attacks. You feel dizzy and are lightheaded. If you suddenly feel unsteady and you also have chest discomfort and shortness of breath, call a doctor right away. It could be your blood pressure has dropped because your heart isn't able to pump the way it should. Throat or jaw pain. If you have pain or pressure in the center of your chest that suspends up into your throat or jaw, it could be a sign of a heart attack. Seek medical attention to make sure everything is alright. You get exhausted easily. If you suddenly feel fatigued or find winded after doing something you had no problem doing in the past, like climbing the stairs or carrying groceries from the car, make an appointment with your doctor right away. Extreme exhaustion or unexplained weakness, sometimes for days at a time, can be a symptom of heart disease, especially for women. Snoring. Unusually loud snoring that sounds like a gasping or choking can be a sign of sleep apnea. That's when you stop breathing for brief moments several times at night while you are still sleeping. This puts extra stress on your heart. Sweating. Breaking out in a cold sweat for no obvious reason could signal a heart attack. If this happens along with any of these other symptoms, go to hospital right away. Don't try to drive yourself. A cough that won't quit. If you have a long-lasting cough that produces a white or pink mucus, It could be a sign of heart failure. This happens when the heart can't keep up with the body's demands, causing blood to leak back into the lungs. Ask your doctor to check on what's causing your cough. Your legs, feet, and ankles are swollen. This could be a sign that your heart doesn't pump blood as effectively as should be. When the heart can't pump fast enough, blood backs up in the veins and causes bloating. Heart failure can also make it harder for the kidneys to remove extra water and sodium from the body that can lead to bloating. Irregular heartbeat. If you feel like your heart is beating out of time for more than just a few seconds or it happens, often consult your doctor. Now, my dream of India as a developed nation in the world. The history of all developed nations in the world like USA, Canada, Germany, France, UK, Switzerland, Japan show that it is not because of their government policies and programs alone they have attained the developed state. It is because of the concerted efforts of all the citizens of the respective countries that made their country as a developed nation. Mother India dreams that all the people of India should live a prosperous and peaceful life, and her dream is to see India as a developed nation. Though India attained independence from Britishers and is celebrating 75th Independence Day celebrations, many people in various parts of the country are still reeling under poverty, illiteracy, and unemployment. This social menace is making vulnerable youth to become victims of criminalism, terrorism, both in India and abroad, that is disturbing the peace in the country and peace in the world. Besides this, water scarcity is affecting the water for irrigation and drinking water needs of the people in major part of the country that has an impact on the agriculture and economic development of the farmers and the country. For every citizen to get their legitimate basic rights, it is necessary that all the people of India should get united and raise a united people's voice to appeal to the government to provide these basic needs. To achieve this mission, the undersigned is launching All India campaign of My Dream of India, a developed India, with an appeal to the government under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister to implement the programs as highlighted here and to unite and raise united people's voice to Honorable PM to implement the aforesaid programs and fulfill the dream of Mother India in building a developed nation and to bring a real peace in the world. Appeal to Honorable Prime Minister to find solution to unemployment problem of the youth. With the increasing youth population, the unemployment problem is increasing. Government alone cannot provide jobs to every youth. Private sector organizations provide major jobs. Since youth who graduate out of colleges lack an employable and communication skill, they face problem in getting suitable jobs. Many private sector companies prefer persons only from known source, whereas many youth who do not have such known source face problem in getting jobs. Besides this, many youth who have aptitude for self-employment and career in sports could not get right opportunity to pursue their career as per their aptitude. Free National Employment Scheme. All the youth in each constituency can register for the job needs in this center. The center should invite all the companies in each constituency to freely register for all the job requirements of the center. The center should provide suitable employable skill training and also provide communication skill to the youth according to their qualification aptitude and place them on suitable job. The center should provide proper coaching for youth to prepare and appear for various competitive examinations conducted by bank, state and union public service commission examinations with good library facilities for reference and practice so that many youth can get suitable jobs in central and state governments. Interlinking. These centers in all the constituencies spread throughout the country should be interlinked throughout website or mail to share the job opportunities available in each of the centers so that youth in any constituency can get suitable job opportunity in any of the companies situated in any part of the country. Free self-employment service. For those youth who aspire to take self-employment avenues for their livelihood, this center should provide suitable self-employment training and financial support through banks, financial institutions, venture capitals for starting their own self-employment enterprises. Free sports training development service. For those youth who aspire to take sports and games as their career, this center should provide proper training in various sports and games as per their aptitude. Each center should seek the support of corporate for sponsorship to conduct tournaments in various sports and games at ward, assembly, state, national level and shape the youth to contest for national, state, national, international level championships. This will pave way for many youth to bring a lot of medals and awards to India at national and international events like Olympics, Asian Games, or World Championship tournaments. Mother India dreams that by implementation of all the above measures, it will pave way for finding solution to the unemployment problems faced by the youth of India, shape all the youth into valuable asset to the nation, avert the victimization to criminalism, terrorism, antisocial activities, and thus bring real peace and prosperity to the people and the country. Sri Atma's Atma Siddhi Yoga, a simple self-training technique to lead a successful, healthy and peaceful life. Know who am I? When you go deep inside yourself, you realize the truth that I am not this body, I am Atma. The name by which you are called is a name given to this physical body, but the real name of the entity inside all living beings is Atma. This is evident from the fact that when a person is dead, thereafter we will not call them by their name. We call it as body and condole that let the soul Atma rest in peace. So know that you are Atma. Know why Atma has taken this body and what is the purpose of this birth. This Atma has taken this body in this life to release its accumulated karmas by fulfilling the duties to oneself and to other Atmas with which it bonded in this life, right from birth to death, and attain moksha, salvation, or state of no rebirth, which is the ultimate object of this birth. Know that, Guru, you are a yogi, a karma yogi by birth, but when you get disturbed, you go in search of Guru to seek guidance. Don't go in search of spiritual Guru outside and spend time and money to seek guidance to know about yourself. The ultimate spiritual Guru is nowhere external. He is well within yourself as your Atma Guru. When you go deep inside and surrender to Him, He will guide you to know about yourself and show you the path to find solution to your problems and achieve success in fulfilling your duties and bring in real inner peace in you. Atma Siddhi Yoga, a practical way to lead a peaceful life. Atma is the karta of this body. The ultimate object of Atma is to release all the accumulated karmas and finally attain Siddhi, that is merge with one with Him by yoga. Yoga means union of body, mind and Atma. Thus, Atma Siddhi Yoga aims at synchronization of body, mind and soul to imbibe all positive divine traits in oneself and make Atma to fulfill all the duties in life, release all karmas and finally attain Siddhi in merging in Him. Atma Siddhi Yoga comprises of inner spiritual sadhana and outer spiritual sadhana. The inner spiritual sadhana is aimed at strengthening one's inner spiritual, psychological, intellectual power to imbibe all divine positive traits in oneself after eradicating all devilish negative traits from oneself. The outer spiritual sadhana involves doing self-introspection and self-analysis to know what kind of weakness we possess, what kind of mistake we commit while doing our duties, what are the negative traits in us, how our buddhi reacts to various events in life, and how to correct our mistakes and weakness while carrying on one's mundane duties to oneself and to other Atmas with whom we are bonded is in this life as part of release of one's karma as to lead a tension-free, successful, happy, prosperous, healthy, long and peaceful life, peace in life at all times. Atma Siddhi Yoga involves 11 simple practical techniques to be followed under inner and outer spiritual sadhana stages. The inner spiritual sadhana involves the following 9 steps: body activation technique, mind relaxation technique, Atma Jyoti concentration technique, buddhi cleansing technique, conscious and cleansing technique, conscious mind cleansing technique, subconscious mind cleansing technique, chakras cleansing technique, body cleansing technique, Atma Samadhi Dhyan. The outer spiritual sadhana involves following 2 most powerful steps which are every individual right from childhood till old age has to adhere and practice in our day-to-day life from time to time. We wake up till we go to bed, till our last breath, to achieve success in fulfilling our duties at every stage of our life and to lead a happy, long, healthy and peaceful life and release all karmas and tread in the path of moksha. They are goal setting and time management, self-introspection, Atma Vicharana technique. The basic principle and practice of Atma Siddhi Yoga involves application of positive self-hypnosis and positive self-imaging in each of these techniques. The detailed practice method of the above technique follows. Finally, the details of upcoming competitive examination for various government and bank jobs is given for the benefit of youth who are seeking jobs. So UPSC EPFO 2020 is going to be held on 5th September. SSC MTS is going to be held on 5th to 20th October. GIC Assistant Manager on 29th August. IBBS SO Specialist Officer December 2021. IBBS RRB Probationary Officers Examination. This will be held on September 21. SBA Specialist Officer by end of December. IDBA Bank Assistant Manager 4th September. IDBA Bank Executive Recruitment 21, 5th September. NACL Assistant, this is National Insurance, September 2000. Bank of Baroda Probation Officer Exam, January 22. JK Bank Probation Officers, November 21. JK Bank Associate, November 21. ECGC PO Probation Officers, March 21. RBA Assistant, January 22. New India Assurance Company Administrative Officer, December 21. Civil Services Main Examination, 17/1/22. Engineering Services main examination 21/11/21, CDS examination 14/11/21, Indian Forest Service main examination 27/2, Senior Special Officer Steno LDCE 11/12/21, Delhi Police Constable December 21. So this covers the entire Vishwashanthi Times edition of this 75th Independence Day. Please go through it and make use of it, and also share for the benefit of all the people of the world. Thank you.